Hi, I'm Roshni.
Hi, my name is Caroline. We're doing a presentation on recycling. In this presentation with me is also going to be Aman and Tanvir.
Okay, our presentation is on the efficiency of recycling, and we're going to be talking about the current recycling plans in Staffordshire Uni, how to encourage students to recycle and advertising recycling, and the advantages and disadvantages of recycling, and the general types of recycling, and the different methods that you can use. Also, how to improve the recycling methods that we already have in place. Okay, so we're going to be talking about what recycling is. It's a process that involves turning these materials into new products to prevent waste of potentially useful materials. Recycling is a phenomenal way of conserving the environment as well as saving energy. There is so much we can do to help the environment and reduce cost of living. This is just a brief history of recycling. Recycling methods have always existed in the form of salvage since 4,000 years ago. Back then, waste was largely composed of ash from wood, fires, bones, and bodies. They would put all the waste into one and use it as compost to benefit soil. Throughout the daily routine, almost everything can be recycled in which we are not aware of. In doing this, we are reducing energy usage, air pollution and water pollution. The most popular recycled materials are paper, metal, plastic, glass, electronics and fabrics. Okay, we've got a few facts of recycling. One recycled tin can would save enough energy to power a television for 3 hours. One recycled glass bottle would save enough energy to power a computer for 25 minutes. One recycled plastic bottle will save enough energy to power a 60-watt light bulb for 3 hours. 70% less energy is required to recycle paper compared with making it from raw materials. Up to 60% of the rubbish that ends up in dustbin could be recycled. The unreleased energy contained in the average dustbin each year could power television for 5,000 hours. The largest lake in Britain could be filled with rubbish from the UK in 8 months. On average, 16% of the money you spend on a product pays for the packaging, which ultimately ends up as rubbish anyway. As much as 50% of waste in average dustbin could be composted. Up to 8% of a vehicle can be recycled. And 9 out of 10 people would recycle more if it was made easier for them.
Recycling at Stafford University. Stafford University have many different schemes available to students, staff and also the general public. Some of the schemes that they do have for recycling is battery recycling, aluminium and steel recycling, plastic recycling and paper and cardboard recycling, which works really well with the actual environment we're in, because a lot of batteries are used with students and staff with their cameras, mobile phones, so all those batteries are able to get recycled at uni. Aluminium, cans, bottles, alcohol bottle tops are all able to get recycled on site. Plastic with sandwich wrapping and general wastage, and paper and cardboard, which a lot of students use anyways. Also another thing about printing at Stafford University to help the reduce of paper wastage is that they make us print on both sides. If you research on the actual Stafford website, there is a document that does tell you all the different methods available for everyone to use in recycling and the different processes that go through and what the end product of whatever we've recycled becomes. The document's called A to Z4 for any further details that you would like to know. Around just the Stoke site, there's 19 different locations where you can go recycle from paper to batteries. The only thing that staff lacks in recycling is students, is at student accommodation. This is a quote from their handbook that we took, that it says that there's actually not enough space in the kitchen area for them to put the different bins, as in having a green one for glass bottles, a blue one for paper, and so forth. So that's the only thing, because that will discourage students from from recycling because they don't actually have all the availability of recycling in front of them. How to encourage students to recycle more? Well, we didn't realise that Stafford University offered all these things until we actually researched it. So it needs to be promoted more. There needs to be a lot more advertising out there and to tell us that our university does offer this, and if we needed to recycle, these are the points we need to go to. Also, majority of students drink a lot of alcohol. It's a well-known fact. If there was a glass recycling bin, I'm sure it will be get used very regularly and will promote students to actually use it because it's available to them. Exactly the same thing with cardboard. Not many students cook, a majority of them eat out. There's going to be a lot of pizza boxes going into the rubbish. So if we can get them to put them in a different box and recycle them, that'd be really good. Also, when we're doing this research, we compared our university to many different other universities, and at Nottingham Trent University, in their residence hall, they actually provide motion lighting. So if you're not in that area, the lights will turn off, which is saving energy and helps, helps the cycle of recycling go forward. I also think that if the actual university join hands with a couple of the local clubs and have like a carnage night out, but for recycling, it will promote it and put the idea of recycling out there more to students.
Hi, my name is Taryn. I'll be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of recycling. First of all, it reduces waste. It also creates jobs in the economy, so someone will need to sort out the different products being given to recycle. Also, it saves the consumption of natural resources, such as fossil fuels, oils, gas, coal. This leads to saving space in landfills because rubbish these days is being dumped into lakes or either buried underground, like dumping. Also, we need to recycle to help it reduce water and air pollution. That way, it will be healthy for us, healthy living. Then the air, as it stands, is pretty bad. So, we just need to help everyone make sure everyone is environmentally aware. Now I'll be talking about the disadvantages. First of all, it takes time and effort to actually get in the role of recycling because, someone to give recycling bottles and someone has to go pick it up. It takes time getting there, and, the energy used, it could be in a car to go pick it up, so we don't know. The jobs that are created in the economy, which I did mention earlier, they're really low paid, so you're looking about minimum average if you're lucky. But also a large amount of items that are recycled, they're just rubbish anyway because they're not fully able to be used as final products. So when the final product does come out, they just throw it away, and all that time, energy used has been gone to waste. Now I'm going to talk about how to improve recycling methods in staffs. First of all, you could have paper recycling bins allocated in every classroom. Also, you could have it in workshops like libraries, and also you could have it in student accommodation. If you allocate it to the students and help raise awareness to help them motivate to recycle, then we could get even a little amount from recycling from them. It makes a big difference. Lecturers could put handouts on a blackboard because it just means they'll be given less out. Also, we should encourage students to walk or either cycle to university. Also, as I mentioned, to add recycling points outside halls of residence. Now I'm going to be inviting the rest of my group to conclude our presentation. So to conclude, based on the facts, we can see that the benefits of recycling definitely outweigh due to the disadvantages. So So there are many different recycling points throughout the university and in Stoke as a general city. So it's not very hard to recycle.
However, there is room for improvement in the awareness and the encouragement of students to recycle at staff season. Recycling is not advertised a great deal, so there are many students are not even aware that staff already has plans in place for recycling, some of which have already been detailed in this presentation.
Thank you for viewing our presentation on recycling.